Okay guys, today is the day. Today is the day that we find out which sand spike is the best. And how we're going to do that is we are going to test each one of these pull strength. How much weight can each one of these anchors have before they pull out of the sand. We're going to do this completely Mythbuster style. And we're going to measure everything. We're going to use all the same conditions for every single test. So what we've got is the Shorelock sand spike. We have Super Rex sand spike. The cheap Walmart umbrella holder, sand spike. Then we also have a like a dog screw-in spike thingy that I've seen some people use, and we have the Sand Shark. I don't even know what you want to call this thing. The big Sand Shark sand spike. So how we're going to do this is we are in a secret to undisclosed location, and I have rigged up to this tree come along attached to a scale that measures tension strength. So turn it on, see that it's 0, and then as we pull it'll start to measure. And that goes out, with a regular line to a bungee line to whichever spike we put on the end. Now, the bungee is there, so I know whenever I start pulling on the come along that as soon as it pulls from the sand, everything goes slack. But that bungee line will be as tight as could possibly be, just as if you were at a sandbar, as we are now. So let's go ahead and get this test started. Got the first one all rigged up. This is the dog leash sand spike, and just the tension of the bungee cord, we're already holding 7 pounds. So now we're going to go ahead and start cranking on the come along and see how long it takes before it pulls and what that tension is. Okay, it may have already pulled. Let's see. Go up 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22 pounds. Keep going, 24, 33. 37, 38, 40. 48, oh, I just felt it, looked like 48 pounds. We'll go back and review the footage, but I'm pretty sure that was 48 pounds. Okay, next up we're gonna do the Walmart plastic umbrella holder I've seen several people use. We're going to go ahead and rig this up and see what this one will do. Okay, so this is the umbrella holder. We got it rigged up. And let's see where we're looking. We got right around 6 pounds just holding from the bungee. So let's go ahead and start cranking. Seven. Oh, got in the 20s, 25. Got in the 30s, 26. Oh, I think it just pulled. Yep, it just pulled. So that one does not hold, which is actually shocking. It doesn't hold as much as the dog leash screw. So as you can see, it pulled. All right, guys. Next up is the super rack anchor or sand spike. It's made out of aluminum, all one piece. Kind of an interesting design, but we're going to throw this in the sand and see how it does. There we got the super rack sand spike all rigged up. Here we go. See what we're reading right now. Looks like we're at about that standard 6 pounds. Just from the bungee cord. So let's go ahead and start. Let me get the glare off. There we go. Start cranking. Okay, looks like we're at about, I think I saw 20. Yep, there. Oh, we're up to 33. And 42. 57. Ooh, hitting the 60s. All right, 68. Oh, 80s, 89, 94. 90. Oh, yeah, I just felt it pull. So it looked like it was like right around that 96-ish range. Once again, I'd have to go back and look at the footage, and we'll see exactly when these things pull. But yeah, she pulled. Okay, next up we got the Shorelock sand spike. A little bit different design, also made out of aluminum. It's like a triangle-ish style, big blade sand spike. Pretty beefy, pretty beefy. So we're gonna throw this in and see how this one does. Okay, we got Shorelock all rigged up. Coming over here, get ready to do the test. Let's see, we're at, yeah, our standard 6 pounds from the bungee. So let's go ahead and start cranking. All right, saw 20s, 30s. 30, 42, 46, getting up there, getting in 60s, 60, oh yeah, I just felt it pull. So we were at, I think it was like 66-ish, somewhere right in there. Yep, she pulled. Okay, I'm gonna redo the shore lock test just because it's such a weird design. I'm not 100% sure how it's supposed to go in. When I did the first test, and it was in, and it was getting pulled this way, okay, against these smaller fins with the holes. But it has such a big blade on the side, I'm wondering if I need to put it in and have it pull from this way. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do the test again just to see if maybe that's how you're supposed to use this one, because I'm not sure. So I'm gonna put it in a little bit different angle and then redo the test and see if that changes the outcome. Okay, so this is the retest of the shore lock, and I put it in a little bit different. Let's see here, we're 7 pounds just from the bungee. So now let's go ahead and start cranking. 30, 40, 50. 60s. Oh, and I just felt it. So it seemed to be like right around 59, 60 pounds. Something like that with it turned on the sideways. So yeah, not 100% sure how to use this one, but I tried it both ways, both going against the big blade and going both the small blades. Okay, so this is this Sand Shark sand spike, and it's a little bit different, a lot taller. I screwed it in as far as I could absolutely possibly get it, to where I just could not twist it any further. Seems to have gone down probably about 6 inches or so, and then wrap the bungee around the top. We are at our standard 6-7 pounds just from the bungee. So this one I suspect is probably, because it's so tall, is probably going to lean over before it pulls. So but we'll give it a shot and see. All right, 16, 17. 18, 19, 20. 23, 24. 26, 27. Up to 30. Still right around that 30 range. And I'm guessing it's starting to lean over because I can't really get it past that 30 range. Let's see. Yes, she is starting to lean over some now, so that's why I'm not getting past that 30. I'm just going to keep on cranking until it pulls. Ish. I think, yep, and it just pulled. So, looks like it was right around that 30 range. Yeah, she's pulled. And last but not least, this is the Waves RX. I forgot to show this one at the beginning of the video, but made out of all aluminum. These guys are relatively new to the scene. So it's a little sand spike. Very minimalistic, the way their design is, but we're gonna put the line on it and see how well she holds. This is the Waves RX red sand spike. She's all rigged up, and see where we're at. It's like our, yep, standard 6 pounds from the bungee. So let's go ahead and start cranking it. Okay, in the 20s, 30s, 35-ish, oh, 40s. Out, and it pulls. So it looked like the highest we got was right around 40 pounds. Once again, I'll go back and look at the actual footage. But yep, she pulled. All right, guys, here's part 2 of our strength test for different types of anchors. This is an actual anchor. These are not sand spikes. These are actual anchors that you're meant to throw out just like a regular boat anchor. So we've got 3 different ones. We've got the Wave RX here on the end, got Sand Shark here in the middle, and then we've got our Blue Cooper with about 4 or 5 foot of chain. So we're gonna rig these up to the same rig that we had for the sand spike test and see what they pull at. Okay, so for the first test, we're gonna do the Sand Shark Jaws. I believe this is called the Jaws. It's got weights on both ends, and it also, the handle here feels to be weighted as well. It's plastic, so and it looks like, you know, you can just toss it and it would, you know, as soon as it lands, it'll grab, but doesn't matter which way it lands, it will always land with teeth going into the sand. And then because it is a pretty good weight, I'd say it's probably, I don't know, maybe 10 pounds or so, that it'll just go ahead and start setting itself without the use of chain. That's what it's advertised as, you know, without the use of chain. So we're gonna rig this up, we're gonna set it, and then start pulling and see what it does. Okay, so I've already noticed one problem with the Sand Shark is that it doesn't set. I'll toss it out and I'll come back, and when I try to set this anchor, I can feel it grab, but it does not set. I mean, I'm just sitting here holding it, and I don't know if I can show this, but I'm gonna try and show you that when I pull, it just drags along. I mean, it will not set. I don't know why it won't set. So I'm gonna try. I've tried this several times to get this anchor to set. Tossing it out as if you would. This is normal, real world. As if you would toss it out, and it's supposed to set. You know, I'll give it a couple yanks, as you would like a normal boat anchor. And if I feel it, it's in there, right? But all it takes is maybe, I'd say 20 pounds, if that. I can pull, not even, God, that's like 10 pounds. And it just pulls and drags and drags and drags. So this is a fail of an anchor right here. This thing does not work. My last resort is I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna set it, stand on it, bury it, and then try and get some form of holding test out of it. But I mean, honestly, if you can't get an anchor to set, and this is soft sand, this is sand that it should have no problem grabbing into. If it doesn't set and it doesn't hold, then it's garbage and it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna bury this thing and try and get some kind of numbers on it. Okay, so this is a Sand Shark. I've got it buried. It's coming up. And because I had such a hard time setting it, went out and I buried it, stood on it, got it as deep into the sand as I possibly could, but I still don't think it's gonna hold. So I'm not even gonna do the come along. I'm just gonna hold it and pull, because it was pulling with me, or dragging with me just pulling. So we're going to, I'm gonna do the same thing, only this time I've got the scale on, and we're gonna pull to see what its drag poundage is. See if I can do this one-handed. All right, we're up to 20. And now it's just dragging. I'm just pulling it along. So pull on this thing, and this is with it buried, absolutely buried, not set on its own, just buried by me kicking sand on it and pushing down on it. It was about 25 pounds. That's some weak sauce right there. I mean, sand spikes have more than that, so we can call this one garbage. Okay, next up, we're gonna do the Cooper Blue, and this is made out of plastic or a very heavy rubber. Can't quite tell. There's no weight to it, so you do need about 4 to 5 foot of chain, which I have on it as well. And we're gonna toss this out and see how well it holds. Okay, so first things, this is the Cooper Blue, and I did not have to go out and stand on it and bury it and do all kinds of craziness that I had to do with the Sand Shark. All I had to do was just toss it out, give it a couple little yanks, and it automatically set itself. That's what that design of that anchor is tried and true. Boats use it all the time. It is it's a, I believe it's called a spade style design. Anyway, so yeah, it automatically set itself. I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did with the Sand Shark. Is I'm going to put the end onto the scale. You have to bear with me because I'm doing this all by myself. Okay, and let's see where we're at. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling a little bit until I start feeling it drag. 1240, okay. Now I'm gonna have to turn. Put a little more butt into it. All right, 20, 28, 30, 33. And I'm feeling it drag now. Right around the 33 mark is where I'm feeling it drag. Try again. Yeah, she's dragging just, but very, very, very slowly is it dragging. Yeah, so unlike the Sand Shark, which was very, very easy to pull and drag, the Blue Cooper, it'll drag. I mean, you put enough pressure on it, it'll drag. However, one, I just noticed it buried itself even further into the sand even after I set it. And then as I was pulling, it was just continuing to bury itself even further. So I'm pretty sure if I was to keep pulling, and I'll keep pulling now that I know that it's buried even deeper, and see what it goes to. 31, 38, 40. All right, so it looks like 35 is about where we're gonna be at. 34, 35. Okay. So I can continue to feel it drag. It's just getting closer to me. It's not going any deeper into the sand. It's not setting itself any harder. That's just the pull strength of it. So we're looking at about 35-ish pounds for the Blue Cooper. Okay, next up is the Wave RX triangle anchor. I forget exactly what they call it, but it's a triangle anchor. It's a design that is borrowed from the box anchor. So this whole thing does collapse down, and then you can unfold it, and it goes into this triangle shape. Has this rod at the end. And this is another anchor that's designed to hold without a chain. So similar to the Sand Shark, it's designed without a chain. So we're gonna throw this out. I will say this thing is all metal. It is beefy, it is heavy. So this is probably gonna be our winner, but I've been wrong before. We'll see. I'm gonna throw this out, see how it hooks, see how it sets, and then give it a pull. All right, guys. Well, this one's definitely our winner for the ease of setting. I just tossed it out and literally just gave it a couple yanks, and it immediately set. And I mean, it set, and it set hard. I may have to put the come along on this one just to get some numbers, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull it. Oh yeah, she's in there. Wow, this thing sets. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rig this up with the come along and to get some numbers, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it, at least not holding a phone anyway. So bear with me. All right, I've got the Wave RX triangle anchor all rigged up on the come along, and as I said, we're already pulling 42, 44 pounds, 60, 66, 70. Yeah, so I think we're dragging now. So it looked like it right around 60, 70 pounds. That anchor will hold. Yeah. So I think she's just dragging now, but yeah, probably definitely the strongest anchor of the three. Holds at least 60 pounds, and that's just pure pulling strength. I mean, you throw a bungee on it, and you know, it'll hold probably just about anything. But yeah, so that was the Wave RX triangle anchor.